Hello, thank you for watching the Home Buying Power demo video. I'm the developer of Home Buying Power. This is for version 1.2, which has some new features in it that I hope you'll like. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually make two videos. I'll make one specifically for the buying power calculator, and I'll make another one for the mortgage calculator. So when you open up Home Buying Power, you'll be brought to the Home Buying Power screen, where you can use this tool to determine how much payment you or your client can afford. And the nice thing about this tool is it lets you quickly see how changes in interest rate or the amount of monthly payment you can afford, how those impact your home buying power. There's also a mortgage calculator, which I'll go into in the next video, a simple percentage calculator, and then detailed help for each of the various calculators. So the buying power calculator, mortgage calculator. And what's really important here is about Home Buying Power. Gives you all the information you need to email me, to go to the website for support information, and also has release notes so you can see what's new with Home Buying Power and also what version you're using. So going back to the Buy Power calculator, you'll see I've entered in a monthly payment of $1,500, cash for down payment of $35,000, a loan term of 30 years, and an interest rate of 6%. And this comes up with a home price that you can afford of $285,187. Now if interest rates change to 4.5%, you can enter the number with the percent or without. The program's robust and can handle that. You can see your buying power jumps up to $331,000. Now let's say you live in an area that has a minimum down payment requirement. Let's say you're buying a condo in Miami where you have a required down payment. Let's say it's 35%. If you press calculate, you'll now see that you're down payment limited. You can afford a house of $100,000, and that's really based on your cash available for down payment now. And also gives you your monthly payment based on this house that you can afford of $329, which you can see is significantly less than the monthly payment that you specified. But that's because your buying power is really limited by your cash available for down payment. So let me turn this off. See, we're back up to $331,000. Now the new feature of this calculator is the ability to calculate your buying power now with taxes and insurance. So you're going to enter in a percentage of the home value as your yearly property tax. So 1% on a $300,000 house would be $3,000 a year in property tax. Annual homeowners insurance of 0.1% would be $300 a year. And the reason you're entering in percentages here is because you don't know really what price range you're looking at, so you can't really know to specify what dollar amount for your property tax or your insurance. So when we hit done, you'll see that the buying power drops to $280,325. And what's changed here is this $1,500 payment now will include your property tax and insurance. And so most people have what they call an impound or escrow account, where not only does the mortgage company collect every month principal and interest on your loan, but they also collect money to pay your property tax and your homeowner's insurance every year. So depending on whether you want this to be inclusive of tax and insurance, you can configure that with this switch. Now to see what this program is doing, I've set up an example where if you go to the iMortgage, you can then specify the inputs to the mortgage calculator based on the buying power. So let's bump this up to 6%. You see 247,366, which is what I entered in here for the price. A down payment of $35,000, 6%, 30 years. Now your monthly taxes, 1% would be $2,473.66. 0.1% of that home value would be $247. If you hit calculate, you can see we get a payment of $1,499.96, which is essentially the $1,500 we had specified. And so that's how you know what the program's doing. So essentially $226 of your payment is going to monthly taxes and insurance out of the $1,500 you specified. So that's how you know where those values came from and understand what the calculator is doing and whether or not it's giving you the right answer. So part 2 of this video will be the mortgage calculator. So I'm going to stop now and you can watch part 2. Again, this is where you find help, the percentage calculator, and now part 2 will be the mortgage calculator.